Welcome to the Amy and Joe Show. I'm Amy.
And I'm Joe. And we are Keep Indiana digital learning coaches doing a series of videos built around 30 time-saving tips for Apple Teacher.
Today we're going to discuss annotating a screenshot, or just really annotation in general. This is a really cool feature, Joe. I'm so excited that we're taking a moment to talk about this.
Yeah, it really is, Amy. And here are some reasons why you really want to know about the Annotate tool. It's built in. It's not anything that you have to download. It's just part of iPad software. And what this does is allows students and teachers to annotate a photo. They can draw on it. They can point to things. They can really personalize a photo to make it their own. And that creates impact, whether it's a teacher doing the annotation or whether it's a student personalizing it. It really creates impact on both sides. Also, students can personalize and put their own handwriting on there. They can create labels. They can add color. And as well as annotating photos, the same thing can be done with PDF files. And to mark up PDF files is really a beautiful thing when a teacher wants to point out directions or add clarification. It really adds value to that PDF file.
Absolutely. I'm not sure how many, iOS, iPad users we have out there that also use Google Classroom, but many of those teachers have probably realized that when they assign a Google Doc or a slide deck in Google Classroom, when the child taps on it on the iOS device, on the iPad, it will first appear in like this preview mode, right? And the child can annotate it there. There's that little tiny square with the horizontal arrow shooting out of it. I call it the launch button, that it'll launch it into slides or it'll launch it into docs. And, the students may have noticed that if they did choose to mark it up in that, preview mode, it will save as a PDF, attach itself to that Google Classroom assignment. So that could be, a little tip of frustration for teachers, or it could be a tip of like, woohoo for teachers. It's really a mindset. Speaking of like presentation style tools, let's talk about Keynote for a second. You and I are both coaches. We do a lot of work with teachers and students, which means presentations typically. And one of the neatest features that can be done in Keynote while you're presenting is that you can annotate the presentation while you are in that live presentation mode.
Yeah, and that's really great because that's showing students, full screen, live action, and you can just write right on top of that. So that's a really great feature that Keynote has. And again, that's built into iPads.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Well, let's do a little demo. Is that cool? I'm going to go ahead and share my iPad screen. Once again, I love this trick. If you are needing to mirror your screen quickly, there is a way that you can, and it has to do with using QuickTime. Okay, awesome. Can you see that, Joe?
Yes, of course.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. So one of the quickest things that I want to share with you is annotating a screenshot. As you guys know, a screenshot is a valuable tool, and there's a couple different ways that you can do a screenshot. You can press down on if you're in the elementary, you may call this the belly button, or the home button, along with the sleep wake button. So when you've got that screenshot, you'll notice that it comes in the bottom corner. I'm going to tap on it, and now you can see that I have tools. And I don't just have one or two tools, I've got lots of tools. I can resize my photo and so forth, but today we're here to talk about annotation. So let's get with that. You may notice up in the top right corner that my marker is illuminated. Also, along the bottom, I have lots of tools to mark with. I can take this toolbar and I can move it up, and I can move it down, and I can move it to the side or the other side. That's a really helpful tip that actually one of my students love to discover and taught me. And I just thought that was really sweet that they felt like the expert. To mark up, I'm just going to pick a pen color. I'll just choose red. And I'm just going to use my finger, but any sort of stylus would be helpful. And I can just circle, or I can, draw a little arrow here, or I can number the steps. Like first, you're going to do this. Second, you're going to do this. And then third, you're going to do this. It's all there at my tip, at my fingertips. I've got an eraser feature, or I've got the undo arrow. So if there's something that I don't care for, then I can always undo it. You may notice that there are 3 dots and a plus sign in the bottom right corner of my toolbar. When I tap on it, you'll see I can add a caption, text, a signature, I can magnify, I can even add shapes and arrows. This is awesome for students if they just don't feel like their handwriting or their fingertips do it the way that they had intended. Then with the 3 dots, you'll notice the auto minimize and the draw with finger. Again, different ways that we can customize as we are making this screenshot currently a reflection of us as we're personalizing it. So when we're done with it, again, couple options. You can share it with someone by using the share row. You can trash it if you're like, oh yeah, I'm done with this. Or you may hit done. Options for when you're done. Would you like to save it to photos, which would be your library, your photo library? Or would you like to save to files? Or would you like to just delete the screenshot? So from there, you can make that choice. I love having that option of just being able, there we go, to move forward. Now, doing a photo is very similar, except for you're not going to take the screenshot to get the photo. You actually want to annotate a photo you've already taken. So let's go into my photos here. Oh my goodness gracious. And take a look. Oh my goodness, here's my little project lead the way launch log that I sometimes take a picture of, and then I will throw it up on the TV screen using my my AirPlay feature. And I want to show the students about, writing in the lines and spaces, or maybe capture some of their strategies that they have shared with me. So I'll tap on the edit button. Look at all of these tools, Joe. This is amazing. And so again, I'm going to look for the pen tool. You might have noticed now it says I'm in markup. My toolbar can move around. I got it. And so now if I want to model for students, I can use my finger and I can write the lines and spaces, or I can add a text box.
I think giving students these options, whether they want to draw the letters or whether they want to type them in as an input, is it's choice. It's about student choice. I also think it's great that they get choices on color. They've got the little rainbow color down there. We're just providing them to develop their own creativity, the way that they would create something.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that they can use, just even in the markup annotate feature, here is an accessibility tool that is just huge. This magnifier is right here. And I can, again, put an arrow if I need to. I can change that color if I need to. I can just absolutely it's my own. And that personalization where the student's voice is included is where the impact is felt, right?
Right.
So when I'm done, I'm going to hit done. And just know that there is so much that students can do in here. I made a little hint earlier that a student taught me something. So allow your students to, take a screenshot or to take a photo of something and then pull that photo up and practice annotating it. They will find those tools on their own. They will feel successful and they will just have so much fun. So I'm going to hit done. And then I do want to make sure that we've got time for us to share this Annotate while presenting tool. This was a huge one for me because, again, I found I needed something where I could maybe draw my teachers' their eyes to the attention of, a specific point or a tip or a trick and so forth. So to do this, you will have a Keynote presentation already created. Excuse me. And then up at the top, you'll notice the play button. When I tap on that play button, I am in present or play mode. If I take my finger and touch and hold on the screen, you'll notice two options pop up. One is to see the slides that I have. Two is to get, again, a colorful toolbar. This is going to allow me to annotate while presenting. Now, one that my teachers absolutely loved during virtual learning is the laser pointer. So you can see on the far left, you have that laser tool, and the laser, oops, hold on, my fault. Let me use the undo button. The laser tool is selected and you can use that. You can tap if you're working with students, you can circle things and really direct students' eyes to where they need to be focusing or paying attention to, right? And then, of course, we can annotate the presentation while we're speaking. And I'm so excited about this. Like, let's say we asked that question, but this one we're really needing to work on, or maybe we just really love to focus on the sweet little feet of the penguin. Whichever way you need to annotate or to put your impact into learning by using just a few tools, we wanted to make sure you knew about this. There are so many wonderful things that we can do to customize, to create, and to add our own spin or our own creativity to the learning. I love this.
Yeah, I think this is a great tip, Amy, and I feel like it puts another checkbox in why it's really valuable to teach from iPads. You get so many more features for specific type of teaching. It's not for everything, but when you need to demo, when you need to draw, when you need to do things on your screen that you can't do on a MacBook or some type of other laptop, teaching from iPad really has some features that are valuable. This is a simple tip. It's very easy to use, but yet it brings great value to a presentation or a demo for students, for sure.
I love it. Like, just call attention to where you need focus directed, and using the Annotate tool will help you. Oh my goodness.
Right.
Well, we are just so excited to be here and just to share the learning. And so thank you so much, because together we can hopefully help you make a big impact in teaching and learning.
That's right. So thanks for stopping by, and tune in again for the next Amy and Joe. Bye, everybody.
Bye.